So what did you reckon to that video then? That's the solution. I think I need to have a look at that website, Rent a Minority. But good approach, gave us something to think about, but she talked about, and it emphasized to me, the benefits that it brings for a company rather than just doing it for the sake of it. The skills it brings, the customers it can bring us, the recruitment it can improve, employee engagement and happiness, and they're the ones for me. Employee engagement and happiness, as leaders, it can make a massive difference for us. And it does emphasize that if it's just a superficial approach just for the policy, then it can also increase prejudice. So what can we be doing? Well, we need to make sure that our actions speak louder than our policies, although the policies are relevant there as a backup. We need to make sure that we take action and highlight issues where things come up. We need to have a clear message on how to handle complaints and that something will be done about them if something happens. Otherwise, nobody's going to buy into the policy or believe that there's anywhere that it's worth complaining or making any accusations or claims if there's no action going to be taken. We need to ensure we mix up our teams and our skills, not just as a requirement, but to build a better team, to make sure that our teams are fully embracing the diversity that's available to us. We need to promote the policy, but we need to promote it by ensuring our actions promote the policy. So what we're actually doing backs up what is in there, and it's important that it must be promoted in that way rather than just on the piece of paper. And not just those things, but we need to advertise what is acceptable. By that I mean our actions and our behaviours as leaders should be showing to people what is the sort of behaviour that we're expecting. These areas here are the building blocks we have to ensure that equality, diversity and inclusion are all areas that we can make sure a sort of not just therefore backing up policy and procedures and the legislation, but actually as building blocks for taking our teams forward and making sure that we've got better teams and people are happier in the workplace, and that they engage more with what's going on because they feel things have been individualized towards them. So let's have a look at this next video around practical diversity. It's very US based, but the legislation she's referring to is therefore slightly different, but the principles are still the same, and there's some very valid messages in there. Make some notes and we'll discuss and go over those afterwards.